Good morning. It is 28 degrees outside. Oh my gosh, day three. It is 6:30 in the morning. I'm running behind. Normally I'm on my way to work by now, but this morning it was cold and it took me a little bit longer to kind of get motivated, get up and get moving. So, day 3. I didn't make it to the gym yesterday. I did not make it to the gym. I was walking out of work when it broke loose and I ended up spending another 2 hours at work and was so absolutely exhausted. I had to come straight home and I went to bed. I took my shower. Actually, I laid down on the couch. I put on an old black and white movie and I was out before the first scene. Like, I was out. So I remembered my jacket today. Yay! And so we're gonna get started on day 3. I didn't put my water in before I left the house. Don't know what I was thinking. Oh, my cup is freezing cold. So I'm gonna have to do it all in the car this morning. So this morning we're going back to the chocolate salted caramel. I really like that chocolate peanut butter one. I will definitely be getting more of those. Let's not put that one in yet. Let's figure out our water first, because this cup is not the best for being able to see. So let me see. I guess I'm gonna have to turn that on to be able to see. Okay. Put my finger by the marker. I meant to take a Sharpie marker yesterday and mark my cup, but you know what? I told you guys this was gonna be the ugly, true side of trying to start a healthy lifestyle and do things the right way. And let's get that up there. When I'm at work, I'm like consumed with everything going on in my building. From COVID testing to staffing, everything that goes on in the building, I am in the middle of it. And it's frustrating sometimes because I wish I could just sit in my office, make YouTube videos all day and do my own job. But yesterday I got to do my job, my actual what I get paid for job, for about an hour and a half. The rest of my day I was on the floor I was on the floor managing and handling and doing and moving and grooving, because that's what we do, right? We're nurses. We just overcome, adapt and overcome. Is that how that goes? Adapt and overcome. So I've got to clean my car out, because let me tell you, I look like a homeless person in this car. There's so much garbage in my car right now because I literally get home. I leave early in the morning. I get home and the sun's already down. I've been asking my husband for 2.5 weeks to put air in my tires, because you know when it gets cold outside, the air in your tires, your tire pressure goes lower. Well, he still hasn't done that. I still haven't cleaned out my trash. So every day it's like, am I gonna make it to work? But that's okay. We're gonna be blessed and we're going to make it. So chocolate salted caramel. Let's get that mixed up really good. I do like these shakes in the fact that they do mix up really well. Wasn't yesterday, it was the day before, I had found in my office a bag of some protein shake mix that I had quite a while ago. I had tucked it in the back of the cabinet, and I remembered one of the reasons that I did not like that particular one is because it does not, I gotta plug you guys up. Let's look up for a second, and oh, that's harder to do than I thought.
Thanks for charging me.
When I plug in my charger, my phone says, thanks for charging me. I love that. That was some little TikTok hack that I picked up, and I've been loving it. So it's day 3. So I think we're still supposed to, we're still supposed to do a half. I'm almost to the point now where I feel like I'm ready to go ahead and switch over to the whole one. But because I'm not drinking the same amount of coffee, I'm afraid that if I take a whole one, I'll go home and not be able to sleep. And honestly, I've been sleeping the best that I have in a while. I know it's because I'm exhausted and I'm getting home from work and I'm just, you know, putting everything down, putting the phone down and going to sleep, but I'm liking it. All right, I better leave that open. I do that every time. If I don't leave it open while I'm driving, it's hard to get to. So, my wonderful daughter, I got home last night and I was so exhausted, I couldn't do anything. So she had cooked dinner last night for her and my husband. I wasn't hungry. That's another thing. I have noticed that my appetite is amazingly more controlled. So on the way home last night, I had to stop at Walmart because, you know, everybody got to stop at Wally World on their way home for something. So I stopped and picked up what I needed, and I grabbed a bottle of water. And I hate getting these all the time, but I have been grabbing different bottles of water. So I grabbed one when I was at Walmart because all of a sudden I was like starving. I was in the line at Walmart and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna end up cheating and I'm not going to the gym. So let me get this under control. So I grabbed a bottle of water and an individual serving of beef jerky, because that was one of the things in that packet that I showed in one of my other video, in the first video maybe. That was one of the things that they stressed was, you know, have something like a hard cheese or beef jerky or whatever. Oh, I can't wait till those little pieces finish growing out. They look ridiculous. So that was one of the things they suggested. So I grabbed a bottle of water and I grabbed the beef jerky. I also, while I was in there, so we used to have ducks. We had quite a few. We had chickens, ducks, we had a goat. We were grandfathered in for the city to be able to have them, as long as we don't have roosters. And we have one duck left, and he is amazing. He was attacked by dogs many, many years ago. He's a Muscovy duck. I think that's how you say it. I've never actually heard anybody say it. I only see it in writing, and that's how I pronounce it. To look at him, he is disgusting. The red and but he's our guard duck. He lives in our front yard now. He doesn't go back to his coop anymore. So I had to stop and get duck food, and then of course palm food for the rescue palms. And I grabbed a, what is it? An aroma? I don't know. A rice cooker. And it's kind of like a knockoff Instapot kind of thing. You can do steamed vegetables, you can do your rice, you can do steamed meats and stuff in there, which I've never had a steamed meat. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's what the book said. But it kind of looks like an Instapot. And so I grabbed one of those so that I could make my rice and have it doing its thing and I wouldn't have to like monitor it all the time. Well, when I got home last night, I was so exhausted that I absolutely couldn't even think about getting that thing out of the box. So my daughter did my lunch for me. Let me show you how cute she is. I'll show you that in a minute. So she knows that I like to snack, always been a snacker. So she did a container of grapes. It's got the condensation from the fridge, but I got a container of grapes. I'm trying to not have a shine on it. And she sliced me up a cucumber because she's amazing and she knows that I'll just sit and eat those like all day long. And then from the groceries that I'd gotten the day before, she made mixed veggies. There's asparagus, cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots in there. And those look amazing. I am so proud of her. And then for my main dish today, we have brown rice and chicken. And she seasoned the chicken. She did the chicken in the air fryer, and she seasoned the chicken breast with garlic. It was a roasted garlic something seasoning that I had gotten a little while back. And she was like, Mom, I'm gonna put that in your lunch. And then she gave me a little container of mustard, because I like to dip things in mustard. I like to dip random things in mustard. I dip pretzels in mustard. I dip carrots in mustard. I like mustard. So she put that in there and I love it. She packed my little lunch for me. Isn't that adorable? That's my 31 bag. I used to sell 31, and so like all my bags have some sort of monogrammed emblem kind of thing. But yeah, she did that for me. All right, so my windows have defrosted, and I guess now we're gonna try to, let me see if I can get, oh, that was a nice close-up. So I can't ever get this to flip. Let me see if I can, I'm trying to figure out if you guys can see him. Can you see my duck? So that's, hopefully you guys will be able to see that. If not, I'll just cut it out of the clip, cut that clip out. Lord in heaven, have not had coffee today. I am really proud of myself because all this stuff. Normally, I think I said it in yesterday's video, I would get up and have at least 2 cups of coffee before I even hit the car. And I haven't done that. As a matter of fact, yesterday, when I got to work, I didn't even finish that iced protein coffee because I was so busy and running around. And so I know that has a lot to do with why I'm getting home and I'm exhausted, because my body's like, hey, we don't have the 2 or 3 pots of coffee in us and we don't know how to behave. All those little cells in there jumping around going, oh my gosh, I can breathe and metabolize the way I'm supposed to. So I'm definitely liking the fact that I can fall asleep at night. That's a huge change for me. Yesterday during the day, I was adamant that I was gonna make it to the gym. And so when I left Walmart last night, I was so mad. I was furious because I knew that I was not gonna make it to the gym. It was already 8:30 at night. Oh, I think I'm getting a cold. It was like 8:30 at night, and I knew there was no way that I could drive to the gym, work out, get my shower, get home, go to sleep, and get up this morning and be productive. I know myself. If I would have went to the gym last night, I would have went home last night, probably not been able to fall asleep because I would have pushed past that tired zone. You know how when you're tired and you push yourself to stay up, then all of a sudden you hit what they call the second wind? I have a horrible time getting past that. So if I am tired and I stay up and I hit the second wind and I keep going, I end up going into a 3rd, 4th, and 5th wind, and I'll stay up for days on end. So definitely not part of a healthy lifestyle, definitely not something I want to be doing. So I made the decision last night on the way home from Walmart, I was not going to go to the gym. I still have my gym bag and my shoes in the back seat, and I'm praying that today goes better at work. I cannot leave work until about 4:30 or 5 today because of meetings that are scheduled, but that's okay, because if I leave work at 5, I can be at the gym by 6:30, depending on traffic, because I do work quite a ways from my house. And just noticed that sign has been in my videos. That's okay. I'm not cute and I'm old, so I don't think a stalker's gonna come across my video and be like, let me track down where she lives. If you do, please kill me when I'm not at home. Go to my work and do it. But today I'm hoping to get there and be able to put in at least an hour. So this is what ends up happening, and this literally is why I get so frustrated and I quit. Because I have this great plan, right? So my plan was on Monday, the gym had its grand opening at 5. So I had planned on being at the gym at 5. That didn't happen. So then I planned on doing the meal replacement for breakfast, for lunch, and going to the gym after, because I didn't make it in the morning. And that didn't happen. I ended up having a salad, and it was all just this big falafel, right? No, I think that was Sunday. That was Sunday. Then Monday, yesterday I did really good as far as the eating and the choices and stuff. Like, I didn't order out, but I still didn't make it to the gym. So this is typically in my past where I would say, what's the point? I can't get there. Why even try? Let me eat a Big Mac. Let me eat an extra large fry. That's what I've always done. So we're going to not do what we always do. We're going to finish our meal replacement for breakfast. We are going to go to work and eat this wonderful lunch and these snacks that my daughter has prepared. And then we're going to go to the gym. And if I don't go to the gym today, it'll be a goal tomorrow. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna get frustrated, but I'm not gonna allow myself to say it's not worth it, or I can't remember some of the other triggering catchphrases that I've used before. I'm really hard on myself. And okay, Miss Policewoman, she was in a hurry. I'm horribly mean to myself, and I'm gonna do probably a whole nother video on that, because I am cruel to myself at times. I tell myself that I've gained this weight and that's why life is so hard and why I don't feel good, and you know, you got a cute nose ring and your tongue is pierced and you have all these beautiful clothes and you look ridiculous because your face, and you know, it's so fat, and then when you lose the weight it's gonna sag. And I'm horrible to myself, and I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to learn to appreciate myself, and that's very, very hard for me. So if any of you guys out there, if you stumble across this video and you do the same thing to yourself and you find yourself caught up in those same catchphrases, like devaluing yourself, let me know. Let's talk. Let's change that way that we think about ourselves, because you know what? When I do a self-inventory, I'm a mom. I've raised 2 amazing children. I can't even get started on them, or it'll be a 3-hour video on each child, so 6 hours of just the basics of their character and how great they are. My children are amazing. So I'm a mom, I'm a nurse. My nurse hat encompasses endless amounts of hats, because I am an MDS nurse. I'm also a manager, I'm also a friend, I'm a counselor. There's so many things that go bundled in with the phrase nurse. We'll probably do a video about that as well, because people just think that nurses are people that pass pills. We are not. When I look at what I do in a day, if I do a self-inventory as if it were someone else, if I look at the things that I accomplish in one day, I'm in awe. Literally, I sit there and go, oh my gosh, how did I get all of that done in one day? And then I realize it's me, and I go, oh, but you should have done, and you could have done, and why did you go do that when you should have been sitting there doing that? And I'm horrible to myself. I can't even appreciate the compliments that I get from other people. Yesterday, I had an agency nurse who stopped me in the middle of my ridiculous run, because that's what I call it. Once I hit that time clock, it's a ridiculous run. She stopped me yesterday and she said, Nicole, let me ask you a question. Okay. And I'm standing there holding papers and pens, and I'm in my head doing 15 other things, and she stops me and she goes, why are you not the administrator at this building? What do you mean? She said, you have handled this entire day. Every issue that has come up, you have stepped in, you have handled it, you've done it with grace and poise, you've been kind to not only the residents, but to your staff. I've heard you on the phone with family members. She said, you are the kind of person that I would want to work for all the time, because if you were the administrator, your staff would feel valued and loved. I almost died. I was, what? And just standing there, and I started laughing. And instead of saying thank you, I looked at her and said, well, I don't have the degree. She was giving me the most amazing compliment, and I couldn't accept it because of how I value myself. We're gonna work on that. As we work on this body, we're also gonna work on this mind. We are going to learn to love ourselves and to make decisions that are good for us, that will in turn benefit other people, because if you're healthy and you're happy, other people are going to get to enjoy that, and that's exciting to me. I had one nurse yesterday. She was having quite a few meltdowns in one day. There was a lot going on. There were several admissions. There was several falls. There were changes in staff that was going on, and she was just having these meltdowns. And so I walked up to her and I said, look, this is part of nursing. Everything goes crazy for a minute, and then it gets very calm, and then it goes crazy again. So during your crazy, just remember, I'm right here. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you with your falls. I'm going to help you with your admissions, and we're going to get through it. But you've got to calm down, because as you allow yourself to get into a state of panic, your patients feel that panic, and they react to that panic, and then more stuff goes wrong. And she kind of took a step back, and she said, I think you're right, and I think it's going to be okay. So a lot of the nurses that I'm working with right now, they don't really fully understand what their responsibilities are. And so while I'm out on the floor running around trying to get my stuff done, I'm having to teach, educate, support, encourage. And so, anyway, like I was saying, when I do a self-audit, a self-reflection, but I put it in the aspect of someone else, like I'm reflecting as if I were not me. I'm just like, holy cow, I did that. And then the I did that turns it. So, all right, enough on my soapbox. It is almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm running so far behind. I need to hop off here. Traffic is starting to pile up, and I'm gonna finish heading to work. And then, oh, and another thing I didn't get to do yesterday because of my crazy day, I still did not get to make that true crime video. I have everything sitting on my desk. All my notes are sitting right on my desk, and I could not get time to turn the camera on in order to be able to record it and tell you about this crazy lady who killed her kids. Didn't have time to do it because of all the things that came up yesterday. So that being said, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna finish driving to work. I'm going to go into work and get me a cup of hot coffee because it is 28 degrees now. We went up 1 degree. Woohoo! And we're gonna have a great day. Oh, I forgot my boiled eggs again. See? That's why I said we're going to do the dirty truth about changing your lifestyle, creating new habits. This is day 3 that I have forgotten them, and I have not gone to Walmart except for dog food and duck food last night and to get a rice cooker. But I didn't go through the food portion of it. Look, I'm validating, I'm making it seem, whatever. I went to Walmart last night, but I didn't go get, you know how they have the boiled eggs already prepared for you in the bag, and they're like $1.98 or $2.98, you get like 6, maybe 12, I don't know. They come in a resealable bag. So I used to keep those in my refrigerator at work all the time because I love me a good hard-boiled egg, but I only like the white portion. I don't eat the yolk. And I bought eggs the other day when I bought the salmon and the chicken and rice and all that, and totally forgot to boil them and get them prepared for the week. So again, this is one of the times where I would probably go, screw it, let me go to McDonald's and get their big breakfast plate with their sausage and their biscuit, and because that's what I do to self-sabotage. So we're gonna stick with it, guys. We're gonna stick with it. All right, so you guys have a blessed morning. If you're doing anything remotely close to what I'm doing, trying to make new habits, new lifestyle, new eating choices, if you've already done this and you have amazing results, wherever you are in your journey, comment down below and let me know. Let's support and encourage each other, and if anything else, it'll be accountability, because all day long I'll be checking for my comments to see if somebody was like, God, your face is fat, because that's me self-sabotaging. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and palm love.